Hi again, guys. As you can see, my Persona 4 deck case is open. So this is a video on my other Nichijou deck list, or deck build. And I prefer to play my laboratory deck over my school deck, and so I know the translation's a bit more better than the other one. And so I'll start now. This is Hakase-nyan, I think. Yeah. And it's a pretty powerful level 0, 3.5k. Only downside is it requires you to rest a character before you can attack with this. And so if you only have this at the very beginning and you place it down, you can't actually attack at all. But it's pretty powerful, as I said, and I run 4 of them. And so this is the other Hakase. I run 2 of her. And her ability is, if I remember right, clock a card from your hand, and you can search your deck for a card that has Nano and Sakamoto-san in the name, which I like to use to find this one. Sakamoto-san! Yeah! It's a support card, so it has pretty weak power. But, its ability is pretty good with my current build. It's pretty much anyone with Nano and Hakase in their name gains 500 power. And there's a lot of Nano and Hakase in my deck. So I run 2. I should run 3, but I'm not sure actually if I should run 3. But moving on. This is my level 0 vanilla 3k, and yeah, nothing special about it until you pair it with this card. 2.5k, level 0. Ability is, if you have Good Morning Nano, I think, in play, that Good Morning Nano gains 2000 power. So, imagine if you have this, Sakamoto-san, and Nano in play, you will have a 5.5k level 0. Pretty good, if I can pull it off. And I run 2 of her. And so going on, this one, not the best card to put in, but I put it in for its ability. 3k, level 1, no cost. First ability is a support ability. Plus 500 to the 2 cards in front. And the second one is, if you pay 2, you can give a Nano a mecha trait, and that Nano with the mecha trait can attack the opponent's back row. So I put that in just in case if the opponent's back row is very annoying, which I really encounter a lot. And this is the other Nano I run for level 1. Its ability is pretty much combine it with Nano's gimmick over here. You can summon any Raincoat Hakase in your deck onto an empty slot on your field. And that's really useful when you use this one. This is Raincoat Hakase. Level 1, 5.5k, pretty high as a level 1 with no cost. But its ability is annoying if you play it from hand. So if you play it from hand, it loses 1.5k power. By combining it with this one, it allows you to play it at 5.5k straight away into any slot, so it's very convenient. Also, it's a cheap encore card, so pay 1 character card from your hand into the waiting room and you can encore it. And moving on, this is my favorite level 1. It annoys a lot of people when I play against them. It's a level 1, cost 1, 6.5k, right? But the ability is, during the opponent's turn, this card gains 1000 power. If you combine it with all the other supports, it's pretty strong for level 1 cost. And yeah, because I run 4 of that one. I'm not sure if I said I run 4 of the Raincoat Hakuseis and 3 of the Nanos. But yeah, moving on. I run 3 counters for level 2, and if you can see, it gives 3000 power to whatever you use to counter. Nothing much said about this one. I should move this around. And next card I shall show is Birthday Nano. This is a very good card to play for level 2. It's only 1 cost, and it's 9k power. The only problem is you need a Hakusei in play before this can attack. As you can see, I got lots and lots of Hakuseis to choose from. So I run 4 of them, and it was pretty hard to get the last one. Because of the trait's actually really nice, and the power. And moving on. Here's a holo of Hakusei-san. It's a very expensive level 2, as you can see. But it's really worth it if you can pull it off. So the ability is, if you pay 2 and you combine it with the Laboratory Climax over here, you can play the level 3 into any slot available on the field. And that's very useful when you see the ability of the level 3. Level 3, this is the holo. Level 3, 2 cost, so it's standard price, 10k base. But when you see this, it's pretty much the first ability is, when this comes into play, heal 1 from your clock, but instead of putting that card in the waiting room, you put it into your hand. So you're pretty much drawing from the clock, and it's really useful if you had to put something in the clock area and you need to get it back. And it's very hard to combo this, because usually I don't actually have enough stock by the time I get to use Hakusei-san over here. And the second ability of Nano here is a climax trigger. So if you trigger a climax, I think you gain 1000 power for the rest of the turn, maybe? I'm not completely sure, because I never actually can pull the second ability off. It's really rare. And so I'll show you the climaxes I play. I play 8 of them. So 4 Nano's gimmicks and 4 ordinary days at Shininome Labratory. And this is my favorite Shininome Labratory card, Omurice. And pretty much the ability is 2k power to 1 character on the field and 1 soul. Yep. And Nano's gimmick is a bit more different. I actually like this design better. It's pretty much 1000 power and 1 soul to every character on the field. And I think you draw a card. I'm not sure when, but I think you draw a card. And that's my laboratory deck. It's not the best. Both of my decks are actually quite bad against my friends. And I will be getting a Sengoku Basara deck soon. I paid for that recently. And I'll show you that deck. But during that time, I might ask my other friends if they can show me theirs, and see if they can share the knowledge of how to build a Weiss Schwarz deck as well. And I also have another deck, but I don't actually play it. It's if I can grab it from behind this stuff. Yes, I purchased a Idolmaster deck. The first Idolmaster deck, by the way, and it's pretty poor condition because it's one of those old trial decks that are really complicated to open. And I was intending to actually resell this to my friend at a cheaper cost as well. But he wasn't interested. He went and bought Symphogear instead. And that was because one of his waifus wasn't actually in here. So I have this trial deck and I don't intend to play it. And yeah. So look forward to more videos. And I'm going to Supernova tomorrow, so maybe I can take some videos of Bushy Road stalls and some of my friends who have stalls there too. Yui says hi. Good night.